Hello everybody. This is my audio response to the Gordon Brown TED Talks video and the article we were required to read on global citizenship. Now I think the fact that I am making an audio response and I'll be posting it and you will be viewing it on some type of social network in itself encompasses the entire theory behind global citizenship. That you, by watching this video on a social forum that we have created, in itself you are then recognizing yourself as a global citizen. A citizen, a part of the social virtual Pangea, if you will. And this recognition is vital. I think that the understanding of a global citizen is someone who recognizes the imperative nature of globalization in our society moving forward, specifically in the 20th century. And basically, I think that globalization can be used in two massive key ways. First, through communication. It's the greatest means of communication we have now, and it's in the most effective outlet for it. And I think that's what's at the heart of globalization, is people from across the world trying to communicate, whether that might be their theories, their problems, or just simply the human nature to communicate. I think secondly, globalization at its core is an educator. Every day we find ourselves educated about different religions, different traditions, different cultures. Through Google, we seem to be plugging in and reaping information from across the globe that people are posting, that individuals like you and myself are expressing. And very quickly, we've created this massive database of foreign knowledge and foreign ideas that are there to be shared with the entire world. Now, Gordon Brown brought up many historical events and examples of globalization making a massive impact. And I want to stick to this whole idea of videos and foreign people engaging in an environment through a video. And the example that springs to mind very quickly is a video that enlightened us all of Bouazizi in Tunisia. And it was simply a few seconds of a man so compelled by this revolution that he set himself alight to, in a sense, allow people to recognize the problems that he was facing in his country. And this 20 seconds of video footage that has now been played on YouTube and viewed by millions has been accredited to the Arab Spring, the Jasmine Revolution that we saw just earlier in 5 years ago. And it really is quite amazing that in just a matter of seconds, something so substantial has taken place, and something that would have taken months to communicate, different facilitations to get across, has simply been factored into a few seconds on a computer screen. It speaks to the nature of what being a global citizen is and the power that being a global citizen gives us. Now, secondly, as an educator, I think it becomes imperative to us that we have to recognize how amazing globalization is in creating more rounded citizens, more tolerable people, people who understand the situation that more people in the world are facing. We no longer have to have the minority communicating for the majority. The majority can be given a voice through global mechanisms. It's this system that offers protection, that offers communication, support, therapy, global therapy. This idea of Facebook and social networks being the couch to a global psychologist that allows citizens of the world from millions of miles away to convene on one area and share their prospects. It's an amazing feat, and I think Gordon Brown outlines it perfectly in saying that connecting us all through a global web is the way to move forward. It's the elimination of foreign policy and politics, and the new phenomenon of actually listening to what the people want. And it's an amazing step forward that we find ourselves taking. And a very exciting climate to be part of the youth leading this walk. I'm reminded of a quote by Robin Williams in Dead Poets Society. I stand upon a desk to remind myself to constantly look at things from a different perspective. Now this simple quote in an intellectual movie simply is outlining the importance of looking at something from a magnitude of perspectives to get a full understanding of what that object truly is. And I think being a global citizen and being a part of this global environment is simply being a citizen that is recognizing more parts of his world, that is allowing himself to view his world from many perspectives. He's a more educated person, he or she is a more educated person, and a person that is ready to step forward, having the mindset of his entire community and his entire world behind him. It's a revolution that we are seeing, and I think that it's going to breed modern thinkers and modern people who are ready to make steps less flawed in problems. I think that being a global citizen, more than anything, gives us protection, communication, and less of an excuse to be educated about others. And for that reason, I think being a global citizen is the most important thing that we have to our name. It's not our passport of the country that we come from. It's this new access to the internet that makes us a global citizen and gives us the true power that we have at our hands. This power of globalization, I think it's vital, and I think it's amazing. And I think that this very conference kind of encompasses the entire creed of this motivation. Thank you, and I hope that you can take something away from my talk.